Morning, Joe and Lauren. We've got a winter weather advisory that goes from 9 p.m. tonight through noon tomorrow. All of that for the counties shaded in purple north of Highway 60, where we are still expecting some wintry precip, some icy glaze for tomorrow morning's commute especially. An aerial flood watch goes from 6 a.m. Friday through 6 a.m. Saturday. As you head out the door, it is cold. 25 degrees right now in Springfield, 19 up in Clinton. We're about 20 to 30 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday. We've got northerly winds at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, so our wind chills are at 14 in Springfield, 14 in Rolla, 19 in Camdenton, and it feels like 14 out in Monette. Mostly cloudy skies through the day today. Temperatures will top off in the lower 40s through the overnight, temperatures dropping into the 20s, and we'll start off tomorrow morning with freezing rain, making for a slick morning commute. Here's what you can expect. Cold rain for Thursday. Precipitation moves in through the overnight hours tonight, probably a little after midnight. Freezing rain will start your Friday, then we'll have a slick morning commute expected. Temperatures make it above freezing. That will transition over into a cold rain for the rest of the day on Friday. Minor flooding is possible with up to 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain expected. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll have that icy mix to rain for the day on Friday. Clearing skies through the day Saturday, a little bit more sunshine. Temperatures still in the 40s. We are in the 30s on Sunday, Monday, and again into Tuesday. If you're heading up to Arrowhead, temperatures are going to be in the teens for tailgate and in the middle 20s by the time kickoff starts at 2.
A story new for you this morning. Employees can be an employer's most valuable asset.
A group of HR experts is working to help local businesses integrate mental health tools in the workplace for that reason. Color 10's Nija McDonald joins us live now from the newsroom in our workplace. Nija?
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. That's right. The people that I met with say that employers can make a significant role in preventing suicide as well as responding to tragedies appropriately when they occur. Now, you spend a majority of your time in your workplace, which can make it a good place to offer mental health education and resources. The Springfield Area Human Resources Association is working to do just that through a suicide prevention training for HR professionals in the area led by mental health experts.
Educate people about the early signs and symptoms for early detection. If we notice something and we're able to say something and get people help, we can decrease the number of suicides. And a lot of people exhibit some of those symptoms at work.
Now, if you're interested in learning more about the services that NAMI offers, you can visit our website at ozarksfirst.com to schedule a training for your workplace. And again, that training is free of charge. Reporting live from the newsroom, Nija McDonald, Ozarks First.
In our political coverage for you, yesterday, Governor Mike Parson discussed 4 topics in his State of the State address: stronger communities, workforce and education, infrastructure, and government reform. He spoke about solutions to help fight violent crime in Missouri, such as providing greater protection for victims and witnesses. He also wants to create a better early learning system. The governor called for key investments in the state's infrastructure, including $50 million for the Transportation Cost Share program, and spoke on the positive changes in Missouri.
The most important and impactful time of a child's development is the early years of his or her life. And Missouri recently received a $33.5 million preschool development grant aimed at creating a more effective, high-quality early learning system. By working together, we have come up with a solution to help combat violent crime, such as providing greater protection for victims and witnesses, providing more mental health resources and services, and finally, strengthening our laws to target violent criminals.
In response, Democrats believe the governor did not support expanding Medicaid and that health care should be more of a priority.
The thought that the other side and that the governor continues to celebrate where our state is right now when we have things like 100,000 kids who've lost health care, 200,000 people who currently do not have health care coverage. We continue to say things are great in our state, but they're not. When you look at the states around us, their growth is much better than ours.
It's your right to know this morning. Investigators have not ruled out foul play regarding human remains found on a rural property near Ava. Deputies in Douglas County say they could be from a man who went missing in 2018. A landowner found skeletal remains on Monday. Sheriff Chris DeGaze says the location matches up to where a man went missing. His name is not being released until DNA results come in. The man had family in Ava but was from the Theodosia area.
The project to rehab the Jefferson Avenue footbridge may get started soon. Springfield City Council is considering an agreement with state and federal agencies to move the project on with bidding on repairs and improvements. The city has $2 million in grant money and also raised $500,000 to restore it. The city will also get bids for preserving the span over the plaza to the south end of the bridge. The bridge closed in 2016, you'll recall, after an inspection revealed corrosion.
Around the Ozarks, one person has died and another is seriously injured following a two-vehicle crash in Webster County. 34-year-old Pedro Magana Willatron was driving eastbound on Missouri 38 just outside Marshfield. While attempting to pass another vehicle, he collided with a second vehicle driving westbound almost head-on. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. The second driver was airlifted to an area hospital.
In some medical coverage for you, the CDC is out with a new warning about HIV concerns in Missouri. There's a risk about the spread of the disease in certain counties, including Ozark, Cedar, Hickory, and Wright. Health officials say the CDC is looking at certain risk factors like those with high unemployment, poverty, higher than average school drop rates, and limited access to health care. Some of the latest stats also show in 2016 there were more than 2,100 people living in Missouri with HIV. Area health departments say they will continue to work to educate people about the risks of the disease and prevention along with screenings.
Along with that, a Springfield man says he was wrongly called out for having HIV. According to the Springfield News Leader, the man identified just as JH in court papers used to donate plasma at CSL Plasma. That company sent him a letter saying it tested his blood and he had HIV. But the man went to a doctor who also tested him and found he was negative for HIV. The man is now suing CSL Plasma for defamation and a HIPAA violation for releasing his medical info to another plasma donation company.
In some more local news, Salvation Army's 2019 Red Kettle campaign is wrapping up, but there's one last push to reach its goal. The two standalone Chick-fil-A restaurants in town will host the Red Kettle starting today through January 25th. So far, the Salvation Army has about 75% of its $1 million goal. Today only, Chick-fil-A will donate 20% of every purchase to the Salvation Army when the customer mentions it at the register. Funding from this effort will assist them with multiple programs.
We want to tell you what's trending on Google right now, and the first thing is happening since the Mexit. Is that what people are calling it officially?
Megxit?
Megxit.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
You didn't hear that term? It's a great term, right?
No, it's clever.
Yeah, we've got Prince Harry making his public appearance at. He made it at the Rugby World Cup draw for 2021. So he was there, and people are probably asking him, when are you going to Canada, man?
Right. If you don't know what we're talking about, Megxit refers to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepping away from their royal duties. So
leaving the fam there and heading to Canada, but he's making public appearances, and he's been involved with rugby for a while in the sports. So yeah.
Another thing happening, you've probably all seen, it's become viral on the internet now, a picture of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren at the end of the last Democratic debate having words and refusing to shake hands with one another. Well, CNN has captured the audio and published it of what exactly was said between the two. Elizabeth Warren apparently calling Bernie Sanders, accusing him of making her look like a liar on national TV. The history here is that she says he did not have faith that a woman could become president. He says that's contrary to what he said for a long time.
A lot of back and forth there. I mean, they're opponents right now trying to get the nomination, so I don't think this sort of thing will slow down.
Okay, and we have a big drawing, the last one.
All right.
Best part of Thursdays.
Tell us who's going to the movies at the hour.
Valerie Franklin is going. She said her favorite movie of all time is The Wizard of Oz.
Great movie.
She likes to watch Daybreak with her husband.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. So there you go. Come get your tickets here at the station.
And maybe go watch this weekend, Beth.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be cold. Today, temperatures in the 40s. We'll have that icy mix tomorrow, transitioning to a cold rain, and then 40s for Saturday and 30s for Sunday.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll see you back here with more Daybreak and Midday and all that soon.